Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. So today, as you've seen from the title, how eavesdropping helped me in my career. Yes, today is going to be a story time. So, Lego. Hi, so welcome back to my channel. Yeah, like I said, it's probably the title probably seems a bit more dramatic than it actually is, but I'm going to be talking about really early on in my career and how eavesdropping helped me. So it's a story time. So when I finished my master's at the University of Warwick, so I did a master's in international corporate governance and financial regulation. When I finished my master's, I got the opportunity to intern at American Express. I believe we all know what American Express is when you hear of American Express, Visa, MasterCard, that sort of thing, sha. So I interned at American Express in the legal department, and it was us and a bunch of other people from different walks of life um, and different fields. Most of us were lawyers and had a law background because, again, we were in the law department. But if you know how the UK system works, you don't necessarily have to study law to be a lawyer. We had someone that had studied history and the likes. And going right into the story time, don't let me dilly dally and beat around the bush. I remember there was one day we usually all sit around like this large table during the internship and just discuss why we do the work or the tasks that's been assigned to us for the day. And I remember this particular day, the interns were talking about the Bright Network. And I was like, me, I'm an introvert. Sometimes I just like to do my work, keep to myself. And yeah, and they were talking about, oh yeah, who's going to the Bright Festival? Oh yeah, we're going to Bright Festival, da da da. And they were talking within themselves. So me, I thought, we usually organize socials. So I thought, okay, maybe it's one of the socials that we're organizing. We had gone to like crazy golf together and things like that. So I was like, why is Bright Festival? Let me too join. They are not talking to me. Oh, I'm gonna put nose, put mouth, put everything, put head. I was like, what's the Bright Festival? So I can join in. And they were like, oh, is this like huge career festival that happens? And yeah, we're all going. So I was like, I've never heard of it because, mind you, I didn't grow up in the UK. I grew up in the Republic of Ireland. So I'd never heard of the Bright Festival. At the start of my studies, I was a bit naive as to the resources that were available to me. um so I really didn't know a lot of things. And they were like, oh, it's this huge festival that a lot of companies come and, showcase themselves. You get to hear about different industries. I was like, yeah, I'll sign up. Then, I got sent the link there and then I signed up to the Bright Festival. And the reason why I'm saying it helped my career was that when I went to the Bright Festival, like, it was huge. I'll try and put in my description box, a link to Bright Festival. So if you've never heard of it, I would definitely recommend that you go. There were so many young adults, so many young students that were there from undergrad to masters. Mind you, there were a lot of undergrads there as well. And this is me just finishing my masters and just hearing about the Bright Festival. So knowing about opportunities like this early enough really helps you in your career as well. So I went to the festival, went around a few booths, attended a few seminars and lectures during the day. I was just more of seminars than lectures during the day. And yeah, and I remember when I attended the Bright Festival, when I attended the Bright Festival, I signed up to be notified of if there are any like roles, recruitment drives, and things like that. And I just forgot about it. And via the Bright Festival, someone reached out to me because I submitted my CV and everything. I did a master's in an LLM in international corporate governance and financial regulation. And someone reached out to me from the Bright Network and they were like, oh, we saw your profile, we saw your CV, and there is a job going in Guernsey with the financial regulators in Guernsey. And I was like, Guernsey? I never heard that country before. Again, I never heard of Guernsey. In the middle of nowhere. And they were like, oh yeah, if you can research the country, let us know if you're interested in the role. Me where they find work. I say I'm interested. Send it. Just send it first. Send it. So they sent me the JD and everything. I looked through it, did a bit of research on Guernsey, and I was like, yeah, put me forward for the role. And I was put forward for the role. We did an initial interview then in London. And then the second interview, we had to fly into Guernsey for the second interview. And I remember flying into Guernsey, and I was like, oh, this place kind of it had like the historical vibe to it. And I grew up in Drogheda in the Republic of Ireland, which also had a historical vibe to it. So I was like, it kind of reminds me of, my small town. Drogheda is not a small town, but it's a town. I even heard they've given it city, whatever, but that's not what we're talking about. I was like, okay, it kind of reminds me of Drogheda. So it's not bad. I guess I wouldn't mind living here. I didn't even know it was a holiday destination, nothing. And that is how, my friends, eavesdropping helped me in my career. Because I was just thinking, right? Imagine if I never interacted with the other interns during the internship. Imagine if when they were talking about the Bright Festival, I was like, attend festival. I know they go rave. I like go rave. Why would I go to a festival? If it's not festival of life. If it's not festival of life or church festival, why am I going? I interacted, got involved, asked them what it was about. And then when they explained, I was like, okay, this will actually be really good for my career. I better attend. So yeah. So I'll be sharing some tips on, why interacting. So when I say eavesdropping, swap out eavesdropping for interacting, would help you on your career journey. Number one, it helps you build quality relationships. So interacting in the workplace helps you build quality relationships. Having positive workday connections, whether you like it or not, it helps you. Because at the end of the day, like the average person spends more time at work than they do at home. So having quality relationships at work, I understand that, these are my colleagues. I don't need to relate. Nah, man, you need to relate. Nobody is saying you have to be best friends with them. Nobody is saying that you have to invite them to your house for sleepover. But you need to interact, because at the end of the day, you're going to be spending a majority of your time with these individuals. So building quality relationships in the workplace that are, not flimsy or, yeah, I don't know. I think you get my vibe. It's important. It's very important. So that's number one. Number two is that it helps build your communication skills. Whether you like it or not, communication is not just talking. It's talking, listening, assimilating, and being able to use the information that you've assimilated in the workplace. So interacting with your colleagues or eavesdropping honestly helps build your communication skills, whether you like it or not. So that's number 2 points. Number 3, so my third point is that it helps your professional development. It helps your professional development, like, period. It just helps you, right? Professionally. It helps you. You don't want a situation where, they're talking about you in a room that you're not there, and they're like, I don't know that girl, or okay, she doesn't really relate. Like, she's on our floor, but she doesn't relate. I'm proud to say on my floor, I don't know about the whole building, but on my floor, the people that I work with, they kind of like me. To a majority. Again, you're not ice cream. No, but everybody is not going to like you. In fact, ice cream is not everyone that likes ice cream. You're not jollof rice. Even though Nigerian jollof is the best, but we'll not get into that argument today. But you're not jollof rice, so it's not everybody that's gonna like you at the end of the day. But a majority of the people love jollof rice, and that's okay. A majority of people know that Nigerian jollof is the best, and again, that's okay. A majority of people love ice cream, and again, that's okay. You're not everybody's cup of tea. But it helps your professional development, so that when you're in rooms that, when people are talking in rooms that you might not necessarily be in, they would speak up for you. You would have like mentors, like people that know what your value is, because you've been able to show it by interacting in the workplace. It's not, I realize a lot of things in the workplace is not what you do, it's how you do it, and you have to make sure that you are seen to do what you do. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Amen. Yeah, and that kind of leads me to my last point, which is that it increased visibility and networking in the workplace. Yeah, increased visibility and recognition in the workplace. So yes, go to work. This week, go to work. Eavesdrop, and let us know, yeah? Let me know. Come back in the comments. Tell me, how has eavesdropping helped you in your career so far? Like, when I say eavesdropping, I mean like eavesdropping, doing ofofo, yells, ofofo, or interacting. How has interacting in the workplace helped you in your career so far? And tell me what action point you're going to take from this. So going into the week, how are you going to eavesdrop? When you do it, come back and tell me. Fill me in. I want to know. Our family now, so you have to come back and tell me, yeah? Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Bye bye. Who is calling my phone? Who is calling my phone? Ooh. Hope this thing is still recording. Big sis, don't disturb my YouTube channel now. Let me WhatsApp her on the laptop. I'm coming.